interesting in my myself. So yeah, and 1 second. Okay, nice. Is my video stuck or what? Okay, so once again I have to change. Yeah. So this question is merchant tables, and because this is not what I have to for drawing on the scale, I have to just sort and if my previous interval, start of previous interval and end of previous interval and start of current interval is overlapping, then I just use update my end to what to my current intervals end. So yeah, writing this return first approach intervals and intervals. Now writing signature vector and first approach vector and intervals and first of all sort the intervals. If I use sort SQL function, then it's sort according to sort according to 1 to 8 15 or 1 2 then 3 then 6. It works on it sorts on column or not. Just have to or I just use this sort SQL function ppp. There is ppp. There is okay. Organize the first and the ending order, then first compare using operator for the first. Okay. If I use on 2D matrix, I just have to copy. Now SQL dot function for on this 2D matrix, what will be the output? So using if you're talking about superficial scale sort, uh, by default sort compared to the lexicographical dictionary order, it compares first element. If the first elements are equal, compare second element. So what? Invention in 3 to 6. Okay. So it's not working on column, working on row. If my uh, first element of the same of the different interval is same, so it compare on the basis of end of intervals, and whichever ends is smaller, it comes first. So this will work fine. Okay. For the intervals on the basis of start, intervals dot begin, intervals dot end. Okay, after sort, I have to traverse on intervals, and after sort I have to traverse on intervals. Okay, for auto interval in intervals, int my start, 1 second, so for returning purposes I have to also create 2D matrix vector in vector int for the store intervals, so it will be int, and overlapping it, and int my let's suppose my current start is equals to is my intervals. Okay, intervals, there always an interval in this intervals vector, so my start will be intervals of 0, 0. I don't know how to pronounce it, but how to actually read it. So intervals, it's okay, just write it. And current E is equals to intervals of 0 and 1. Okay. S is equals to interval of 0, and E is equals to interval of 1. And S, so we have to use IM here, not I think I have to use indexes also for int I is equals to 0, I less than second. just rolling on my ears, so the mic will come closer to my mouth. And yeah. So this I have to use the indexes also because I want to access the previous interval. I have to use the index. Intervals overlapping and just using intervals dot size. This will traverse all the intervals, and I think I don't have to use okay, I'm just writing the auto loop. I don't know what it's called, I forgot. So intervals. Okay, I have to use from 1. Okay, and is my current intervals and is overlapping with previous interval. If my intervals, did I write it correct or not? I just to use the ChatGPT. Limit is correct or not for auto interval plus 1 intervals. With traverse from first index of the intervals dot data plus 1. Okay, can I write auto interval dot begin plus 1 in intervals? Now this is also not valid because you can't combine a range based for loop with this intervals creates or okay, I'm starting from interval is equals to from 1 to interval and minus 1 interval plus if my interval of 1 previous less than is equals to current intervals, and the current intervals means that this is overlapping, so I have to continue on next interval because I don't want to save the particular interval. Okay. Okay, so I'll just continue or update the E, and E is equals to intervals of interval of 1. Okay. Okay. If it's not overlapping, if it's not overlapping, then if it's not overlapping, then insert the interval that we found. Okay, so overlapping dot pushback, overlapping dot pushback, pushback. Do I write? But this makes pair, I think. Let's try. Intervals of interval X comma E. Okay. Then update the S and E is equals to intervals of interval 0 and E is equals to intervals of interval 1. Okay. Suppose I'm on last, and suppose I am on my last interval, and one second. I'm on last, and if I am on my last interval, and if the second last interval is overlapping, or just let's start. If my current is overlapping with previous, and so I have to update this interval, update this thing, and suppose it's last interval. I just got the idea, but I forget it. But I'm on last interval, pen and paper. Last one, and then last interval. If I am on last interval, and if my interval is overlapping, so I've updated the E. So I've updated the E, and then after that I come out from the loop. Came out from the loop, and then I have to sorry then I have to push back the current S and E, but suppose it's not overlapping. Do I need to buy a wireless earphone? But in wired earphone, its uh, sound quality is much much better than wireless. So yeah. Uh, when I update it, if it's not overlapping, then I inserted the previous interval. Insert the it will work. I don't know why, but I just found a sort interval begins. No matching function to call. Why? Sort intervals dot begin, sort intervals dot end. Why you don't find not can function template not viable, requires two argument but one was provided. Okay, now it will work fine. Okay, overlapping. Nice. Nice. Okay, so where did it go wrong? Why do we have 1 to 18 on interval 1? Okay, once again we have interval 0 and 1. Okay, first interval this is if in second, if if I think this is e, if my e is equals to or greater than intervals dot s, current s, do I need to use the in current s equals to intervals of interval 0 sorry okay, just to stretch a little bit. So I'm back now, starting this timer again. Oh, yeah. Submit this. Nice. 1,4 and 2,3 output will be accepted. Okay, if my second interval is shorter than my previous, then I don't have to update the end of the interval. So if my current interval is less than e, if my current interval is more than e, okay, then I have to update e. Okay, so just run this code, then submit. 89% runtime. Okay, I should be right on paper also. The paper, first sort the interval, then second s is equals to interval of 0, e is equals to interval of 1. First interval, and then from interval is equals to 1 to n minus 1. If my update e, if my current e is greater than previous, else what will I, okay, else just not overlapping, insert interval we found and update s and e. Okay, and after that insert last interval. This question is dropping from error when sorting. Okay, is this any other method? 1 second. Solutions, easy traversal plus sorting solution, beginner friendly sorting, clean sorting plus 2 pointer, sorting plus 2 pointer. No. This 1 second. Brute force, what will be brute force? Sort all the intervals based on their starting points. This help go through each interval one by one if the current interval is already covered by the previous interval. Skip else. Now run another loop to check if the following intervals overlap with the current. If start, here is a for file update and optimal solution. Where adjust the optimal solution. So I just understand the brute force approach. What will be the brute force approach? Merge with all overlapping intervals. We sort, then start of the current and while j is less than n intervals of j. Move to the And I don't understand this brute force approach. I like this. Uh, what do I say? Optimal code. So yeah, I think I don't have to write always the brute force approach. If my mind is go on that level, uh, I think it's fine. Like I'm not saying that like in what question I don't remember it. The brute force approach will be was nested three loop, and and yeah, and I don't know why people use this nested three loop. They just in the third loop, nested third loop, they just copying the whole from I to J, and just traversing or just copying it. I don't know why they use it. I forgot that question. It's twosome or threesome. So, yeah. Am I live or not? Hello, hello, hello. Live or not? I think my webcam screen is frozen. Hello, hello, hello. No, this is not frozen, and I am just pausing my live in my course in my window, and yeah. So we solved this question, and we are moving to the third one. Just getting my one more paper. Yeah. But third question is merge two sorted array without extra space. Okay, just copy link address, then paste. Merge sorted array. Okay, you are given two integer nums1, nums2, sort and non-decrease array into integer m and return number of elements in the okay. Merge nums1 and nums2 into a single array sorted in non-decreasing order. My number into single array sorted in non-decreasing. The final sorted array should not be returned by the function but instead stored in the nums1 to validate this. Nums1 has the n plus m where First M element denote the element that should be merged, and the last elements are set to 0 and should be ignored. Okay. So this is we are given this is one second. I'll just write. This is merge sorted array leak code number 88, and we have given two array nums1, that is 1 2 3 0 comma 0 comma 0, and again nums2, that is 2 comma 5 comma 6. We have to insert nums2 in nums1 and sort the nums1 array vector. So one approach I am getting is that just from from uh, from m plus n index, sorry, from m plus 1 index, insert nums2 element in nums1 from of course m plus 1 index, and then sort the nums plus 1 vector, and then we get the sorted vector. So one second, just so this is my first approach. Nums1, nums2 and m. Okay, then void first approach vector int nums1 vector int nums2 int m. Okay, from okay, traverse from m plus 1 index of on nums of 1. What is the m will be 0 and n can also be 0. Okay, if my m is equals to 0, not m plus 1, on from m. Okay, because m is equal to 3, so 0 1 2 3. Okay, from third index. Okay, for int I is equals to m, I less than nums 1 dot size, or I just pass the n also. And m plus n I plus plus. Okay, and copy this and paste this in here, and we are using j is equals to 0 for traversing on nums2. Okay, so nums1 of I is equals to we are assigning nums to jth element to nums 1 ith element, nums to jth element. Okay, store from nums 2 to nums 1, sort the nums 1 begin nums dot to nums dot end. Okay, okay, then run. Okay, heap buffer overflow means I am accessing some unauthorized unauthorized location. So where nums 1 1 2 3 4 5 6 0 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, I have not increment the j, just why am I getting heap buffer overflow? Why view more? How I'm accessing the unauthorized location? First approach nums 1 comma nums 2 comma m comma n. Okay, and then nums 1 comma nums 2 comma m comma n. From m to I less than m plus n, I plus to nums 1 of I is equals to nums 2 of j. Okay, and j plus plus. Why? What is the test case we are having? Okay, 1. Suppose my nums 1 is 1, nums 2. Okay, then okay, from nums 1 less than m plus. Okay, suppose we have nums 1. I think I wrote, I think I've write the correct code, correct logic. How am I getting unauthorized? Okay, just remove this and remove this test case, then run this. I think I have to ask ChatGPT. I don't understand why it's giving me error. Memory pool allocator. Aha. Okay. What a silly mistake. Okay, nice, nice. Put this into one. You can easily solve the question if you separate two elements at a time rather than two array. No matter each individual array is sorted. Okay, is this sorted? Okay. If this is sorted, let me write the first approach. Okay, where insert nums2 element into nums1 from m index, then sort nums1. In second approach, if I point I is equals to here on nums1 and j is equals to nums2, but of course on first element, then compare it, and whatever comes first I have to just insert. But there is a catch that if we insert like on that location, in this location, if we insert 2, then we lost the 3. Okay, so I have to because these are 0 0 0, so I have to transfer this 1 2 3 to this 0 0 0. Then I traverse from 2, and then from in nums2 from 0 to n, and from nums1 from m-1 to towards 0, m plus n-1 to m, and compare the first elements, and if the shorter one gets on first place of nums. Okay, so yeah, I think I'm doing right. Okay, so second approach, nums1 nums2 m comma n. Approach copy the nums1 elements from start and place them into nums1 from ending. Okay, so for int I is equals to 0, I less than, suppose my nums1 is 1 2 3 and my nums2 is only 1. So if I yeah, I'm writing this correct. I plus plus, and no, like if we have only this much array, and if I copying this 1 to this, okay, 0, then 2 to this 3 place, then we lost the 3, then we lost the 3 element, 1 second index. So I don't I think I have to sort. I think from not placing in increasing order, not taking the smallest element first, we have to take the largest element first, and then we compare the this element and this element. Whichever element is greater, then we have to just put into this, and yeah, I think it's fine. Second approach, compare. Okay, I just have to stand up. Yeah, I am back. Starting this timer again. So yeah, but compare this. Why I'm not writing on paper? 1, 3, 0, 0, 0, and we have 2, 5, 6. I is here, J is here, K is here. Okay. Sort in and 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 clearly the j index j, one second, I'm pointing I to this and j to this element, and my k is here, and from I and jth element the j is greater, so the I just put the j on kth place. So my 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 array will be 6, and then I have to minus j minus minus. If j, one second, if my I is smaller than j, then I have to use this, insert j in kth place, j minus minus, else I have to insert I in kth place, then increment I plus plus. Okay, now it's fine. Then we have compare 3 and 5. Clearly 5 is greater than, also a decrement k, also in both the cases decrement k. Okay, so yeah, my k is here now and my j is here. In this 3 is greater, then I have to swap with not swap, insert the ith on kth place, and then I minus minus, I is here, then 2 2, I think 2 is equals, then I have to just use the j, I just my k is here, I just replace the k with j, and again my k is here, my j is exhausted, it's less than 0. So now if my j is exhausted, so I have to just break, because the left side of the nums 1 is already sorted. So yeah, and what if my I get exhausted? If my I get exhausted, suppose this is 1, this is 3, 0, 0, I get exhausted, then I just have to just copy all the jth elements from the j pointing particular currently pointing the element to 0th index of nums. So yeah, int I is equals to m or m minus 1 into j is equals to n. Okay, if and my int k is equals to on, and my k is on m plus n minus 1. Okay, while my I is greater than is equals to 0, and then my j is greater than is equals to 0, then till my I is not exhausted and my j is not exhausted, I have to compare coverage from ending. Each array compare if jth element is greater than is equals to ith element, if nums of ith nums1 of I is greater than is equals to nums 2 of j. One second, I have to also point it on last, not out of bound. Then update on kth place, that is nums1 of k is equals to nums2 of j, then decrement j and decrement k also. If ith is greater than, update on kth place with ith element with jth element. Nums1 of k is equals to nums1 of I, nums2 of nums1 of I, then decrement I, then decrement k. Because this is, once this comes in, this is same in both the condition, so I have to just write it down on outside the loop, outside the if else condition. And if my I get exhausted first, and j still remaining, if j is still remaining, if j is still remaining, then while j is greater than 0, greater than is equal to 0, then while then nums of 1 of k is equals to nums2 of j, k minus minus and j minus minus. My I is still remaining, that means j is exhausted, so while my I is still remaining, so just break, I don't have to use I don't do anything, it's already sorted. Anything, it's already in sorted. And just return void. Okay. Just run this code. Okay. Undeclared second approach compare. Nice. Why is this long answer? 1 second. Okay, so where am I getting wrong? If nums of I okay. Why is this happened to me? Okay, now submit this. What? Yeah, I'm live. Okay. Okay. So we completed this question also, and yeah, much sorted without the fun duplicate. Okay. Copy link address, then paste. Given an array of integers. Okay, I am ending this. I'm ending this. The stream, and we continue after half an hour. So yeah, I'm stopping the stream. Thank you everyone.